Andrei Chikatilo. Andrei Chikatilo, infamously known as the Butcher of Rostov and the Red Ripper, is one of the most prolific and terrifying serial killers in Russian history. Born on October 16, 1936, in the village of Yablukny, Ukraine, Chikatilo grew up in the shadow of Stalinist oppression, famine, and World War II. These harsh conditions, combined with a dysfunctional family life, helped shape Chikatilo's dark psyche, leading him to commit some of the most gruesome murders the world has ever seen. Early life and psychological turmoil. Chikatilo's childhood was plagued by hunger, humiliation, and fear. His father was captured as a prisoner of war during World War II, and his mother, unable to provide adequately, often subjected Chikatilo to verbal and physical abuse. These experiences left deep emotional scars. He also suffered from sexual dysfunction, which further fueled his feelings of inadequacy and anger. As a young adult, Chikatilo attempted to find some semblance of normalcy by pursuing a career in teaching and starting a family, but his underlying issues persisted, and his deviant tendencies began to surface. Descent into murder. Chikatilo's first known murder occurred in 1978, when he lured a 9-year-old girl, Yelena Zakotnova, into a secluded area near a river in the city of Shakhta. There, he attempted to rape her but, unable to perform sexually, he stabbed her to death and threw her body into the river. Despite the brutal nature of the crime, Chikatilo was not immediately suspected. Instead, another man was wrongfully convicted and executed for the murder. Over the next 12 years, Chikatilo embarked on a killing spree that left at least 52 victims dead, though the actual number may be higher. His victims were primarily young women and children, whom he lured into isolated areas before brutally attacking them. Chikatilo's method of murder involved stabbing, slashing, and mutilation, acts that brought him sexual gratification. The brutality of his crimes shocked even the most seasoned investigators. The investigation and capture. The investigation into the Rostov Ripper was one of the largest in Soviet history, spanning several years and involving thousands of police officers. However, the case was hindered by several factors, including the lack of forensic technology and the reluctance of the Soviet government to acknowledge the existence of a serial killer within its borders. Chikatilo managed to evade capture for years, even after being questioned and released by police in 1984. His capture finally came in November 1990, when a policeman noticed him acting suspiciously near a train station. After being arrested, Chikatilo confessed to 56 murders, detailing his horrific acts with chilling indifference. Trial and execution. Andrei Chikatilo's trial began in April 1992 and was a spectacle, drawing widespread media attention. Chikatilo, often displaying bizarre behavior in court, was found guilty of 52 murders and sentenced to death. On February 14, 1994, he was executed by a single gunshot to the back of the head, bringing an end to one of the most terrifying chapters in Russian criminal history. Legacy. Andrei Chikatilo's legacy is one of horror and fear. His crimes not only terrorized a nation but also highlighted the failings of the Soviet system to protect its citizens from such a predator. Chikatilo's story has been the subject of numerous books, films, and documentaries, each attempting to understand the mind of a man who committed such unspeakable acts. His name remains synonymous with the darkest aspects of human nature, a reminder of the evil that can exist within us. _